So I would just like to know what you got from this summer of self.
But what's so funny is this summer of self was a summer of self struggle. So I'll start with that. It was not one of those beautiful times where I was like, I'm going to pull away and I'm going to hermit mode and I'm going to take care of myself. I want to be doing these things and pushing against the energy of what actually is. So the energy that actually was like, you need to retreat. And I was like, no. And I just kept being like, I'm going to make this, I'm going to do this. And everything kept falling flat. And I would put something out and then someone would like say like, "Hey, you made a big mistake on this," or "This like fell apart over here," or "You're not doing a good job with this." And it got to a point where I was like, "I'm going to leave this business. I'm not meant to do this. I'm really bad at this." By the end of I think like June, early July, I said, "All right, I'm done." And it wasn't from a place that was like I want to leave, like I want to pull back and just take time for myself. It really was like I can't possibly do this anymore. In that I went into I called it my summer sabbatical when people would DM me on Instagram but really it was me just like it was more of a summer of like resetting at that point where I just really decided I was like, okay, like I need to figure out if I'm gonna give up this whole business. Like I'm letting it go. I'm done. I really was convinced I was gonna give it all up and I need to figure out what those next steps are. And I just was like, how am I gonna do this? And I was like, go back to your roots, Abigail. Go back to human design. What do you know about how you should be living in your design? What's your authentic design? Go contemplate the channels and the centers. Really kind of lean back into how do I live by my authority? How do I live with my like true response, my emotional response and my strategy? And in doing that, I had found so much freedom again. Like I just was like kind of was just like threw my hands up and I was like, F it. Like July's done. August, I don't care anymore. And I just got to like see life again. I said like to a friend recently, it felt like every single day I was pulling 1% of my soul back into my body. I just was slowly bringing back one little bit of my soul that had like left because I had entered flight or flight because wasn't living in my design. I wasn't living from a place of like alignment. I've really been able to take some time and be like, okay, this is actually what would be in alignment for me. And I don't actually want to give up this business. I actually really love doing what I do. I just was approaching in the wrong way. I was sacrificing some of my boundaries and I was listening to too many people tell me how I should do my business, like you said.
Welcome to Float Activity, the channel that guides you on a transformative journey towards spiritual wisdom, self-development, and healing practices, all aimed at elevating your intuition and aligning you with your soul's purpose. I'm your host, Kara Dempsey, and I'm thrilled to have you joining me as we learn together. Please subscribe and share this with a friend to help grow my channel. I appreciate you, and we'll chat soon.